All right, here we are again. So it's time to finish up this head. So what we'll do here is we're going to finish the forehead, and we'll do the cranium, and we'll do the ear, under the chin, the back of the neck. We'll combine all the pieces together, flip the head around, attach it to the body, and marvel at our wondrousness. And next video will be for UVing the character. So let's, without further ado, get this going, because this might be a little bit of a long video like the first, but let's try not to extend it further than we need to. Okay, here we are. So we have this guy, and we want to, we had kind of a divot here in his forehead. We don't want that. All right. And so let's take these top pieces and we'll just extrude them on up. Now, there's also a thing that I've talked about in class, which is the soft selection, which is pretty handy at times. Not handy when you've turned it on by accident and you don't know what it is. So let's see if we can make soft selection work for us here. And you turn it on by pressing B for boy. So if you look at your forehead, there we go. That makes more sense. Okay. And extrude that some more. Now it's turning to get to the point where we're going to start needing to do the cranium. All right, make sure our birds are merged, history is deleted, edges smoothed. Turn off that, save it. Let's create the cranium. Oh, he's got a bigger cranium than that. So obviously we have to imagine what his head is like under the hair. And people's craniums are kind of funny looking. They are not totally spherical though, obviously. I have kind of a mallet head. That's probably because I wasn't born feet first. And they're also a little bit more rounded on the back, bigger on the back and smaller on the front. Okay, so we have that, and we're still mirroring the front side, or the faces. We don't want any of these little pieces over there. And let's get rid of, that's probably good enough. Get rid of all of that. Oh, we have one back there. All right, so let's bring these guys down a little. And then we'll want to kind of pull that out a little. Let's bring up our soft selection and increase it just a bit. That's probably good. That should be pretty good. All right, for the fun of it, let's also mirror that as well. Duplicate special. Oop. That was a funny one. So we're going to want to move it. There we are. Okay. Turn off soft selection. Start putting these pieces together. Oh, the cranium, by the way, I didn't change the tessellation to be anything crazy. It still was, I think it was just 20, whatever the default was. All right, so where the ears are. No, that's not a Maurice Sendak story. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Okay. Triangulate that. Get rid of that extra triangle. Then we can probably bring these guys out a little. Probably don't need all of these guys here. I'm just trying to evaluate how much of them we actually need. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's probably pretty good. So let's get these two pieces together. You notice our other side disappeared. So we can go ahead and duplicate special again. Well, we're just not having fun with duplicate special lately. There's always one. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of funky things about that, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Maybe just phrenologically, he will be an interesting person. Okay, so let's also get the back of his head going. And oh dear, look at that. Here we go. Yeah, you can spend a lot of time obsessing with the location of verts. And with that, let's extrude that down to right about there. Smooth everything out. Save it. Select these back verts and snap them close. I don't want to mess with that jaw. Too much. Okay, we're good for now. We'll save that. Now let's work on the ear. So the ear is just going to be another cylinder. Big surprise there. And there's the ear. No, we're not going to do that. Let's make it smaller. And change the tessellation. Let's do 12. Reminds me of that movie with Schwarzenegger, where he's on where he's on Mars, and he dresses up as that woman, but it's only programmed to say 2 weeks, and they ask another question, and then the costume that Schwarzenegger is in starts freaking out, and she pulls out this cylinder out of the side of her head. It's really weird. It was a cool movie. Interesting thing, the little taxi driver in that movie was, I think it's Richard or Robert Picardo, was the guy that played the doctor in Voyager. You can totally recognize his voice. So we're not going to do anything fancy really with the ear. We could go in here and we could make a really pretty ear, but you guys have really stuck it through if you've gotten to this point. So I'm just not going to futz around with making Tray Guy, which is this little dude right there. All right, so that looks pretty neat. And that's about right for the ear, I'd say. All right. So let's take these edges. Let's extrude them. Look at that, doesn't that look pretty? Extrude them again. This one, just going to bring in. Now, we're not going to need these over here so much. This one we could cut, we could triangulate and cut off that. And, oops, go into edge mode, and we don't want all of those edges selected. And pull it into the ear, into the head rather. Okay, so with that done, let's do a multi-cut around the ear. Where it's going to connect to the skull. That should be good. I think that one triangulate. All right, so checking out my ear, where does that connect? Cool, all right. Still trying to get those lines even on the cranium. Okay, looking pretty good. Let's connect these two guys. Merge our verts. and delete history, and smooth the edges. See how that looks in subdiv mode. That's pretty good. Okay, we're almost done. We just got to get the neck. I'm going to pause it here for a second. All right, so we have the ear connected. Now we just need to get these guys underneath the ear and get the neck going. So how are we going to get this? Obviously, we'll have to pull this in a little. Pull that in a little. There we are. That's a solution. We did merge those verts though, so I want to make sure they're all set up. Okay, so let's bring these guys down here. Oh. And another bird in there. What's up with that? Just trying to evaluate which ones to pull down. There we go. And we could ultimately just take this guy and snap him right over there. Not everybody has earlobes that hang down. It's an old English superstition that if you have earlobes that hang down, you're more trustworthy. My great-grandmother used to joke about that. Great. So cool. I got that. Merge those guys. Smooth edges. Okay. Getting closer. Again, working on those nice angles and smoothing everything out. All right, That's enough futzing. Turn on our soft selection. Need that a little softer. Okay, let's see what this looks like if we put this over here and we do another duplicate special. There we are. Cool. And then delete history. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. What I'm going to do now is I think let's bring out the whole body and wow, that's hilarious. Move him up there. And I group him there. It's a bobblehead. That's hilarious. There we go. I forgot we had the character back there. And center the group. Scale it in. We don't want to do that. I'll tell you why. I just realized. Before we do that, we want to actually fix up the symmetry of the head. So here's what we need to do. We're going to save this guy, and we're going to increase it. And then we're going to make both these guys unique. And by combining it, and then we'll merge all of the verts, and then we'll smooth them all out. And we see we have the edges smooth there, right in between on the face. Oh, we still have a seam. And we're going to combine that. Merge to center. Merge to center. Merge to center. Just pressing G as I do each one of these. There we are. Look at that. Pretty. So with that done, now you'll notice that he has some irregularities about his face. So what we want to do is we want to mimic a little bit of those irregularities so that we can make him unique. Because we all have a certain amount of symmetry, but not as symmetrical as we really presume. And when you first start noticing the asymmetry of somebody's facial characteristics, then it's hard to unsee them, especially when it comes to like Shannon Doherty or Sarah Huckabee Sanders or Stephen Fry, all these people. Would the cameras just disappear for once? Why are you in the way? There we go. So we can see some of his nostril. His nostril is a little bit different. Yeah. Now the big place where it really changes is in that cheek. So we have to be careful because it looks really obvious. Like, damn, he has a big difference there. But we don't want to make it look too strange. Now we see a little bit of a uniqueness about the face, whereas before it was really, really symmetrical. Now it looks a little bit more person-like. All right, I like that. Now we can bring everything out. Just it's too too funny. And then we'll rotate him around on the Y. Captain Bobblehead. Let's show all of these image planes so we can hide the ones we don't need. All right, so the side looks pretty good. Why are we having issues with that? There we are. That's why. Oh, yes. The infamous back. There we go. Now we're able to see what's going on. Okay, so let's put them right along that center. We still have the body in two separate pieces, so that's an interesting situation. Okay, let's bring out the neck. Let's combine the body. Merge the verts, delete the history. And with that like that too, we can also give a little bit of his unusual neck posture there. And then we can combine the head and the body together. Oop. Actually, there we have an issue with. Okay. Oops, we don't have all of the verts selected. Let's make sure we do. Yeah, we do. Okay. Smooth that out. Merge those together. I'm using that snap to center quite a lot more. It's a nice little tool. So there's other ones here. This one, some of these guys are going to need just a little bit of cutting. That needs some cutting. And I think we could use a cut there. Cut there. Gonna get one over there. Yeah. Let's merge the back. Right. Almost there. We might have more than one vert there. See if we can remember what we did. All right, let's merge all of these verts. Let's delete the history. And then smooth the edges. And let's see what we have there. I don't like that edge. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to flip the triangle edge, which I haven't shown you guys yet, I don't think. Very handy little tool. Flip triangle edge. Oop, it's not going to do it. Flip. No, it won't. Oh well. We'll delete it. How about that? And then over here. Okay. And that's pretty much our dude right there. Kind of a funny looking guy. All right, so here's our character that we did. Probably has a few little issues with this cranium that I can see here that are a little unnerving. But that's what we've done. All right, I hope you guys have learned quite a lot out of this. This is only one way to do a character, and once you learn how to do this and make it look good, you can model just about anything. And that's kind of the fun of the whole thing is modeling anything that you imagine, kind of like writing a piece that you imagine in your head. And so the next video will be all about UVing this character, and it'll go through some fun some fun actions. It's going to look very funny to have his have the UVs all kind of stretched and unwrapped. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.